wrong. I really made it adamantly clear with Wayne that I needed a partner in life that is financially responsible, because I grew up very poor, and I always promised myself that I would never be in that situation again, ever, 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 ever.
What's going on, people? We are back again with some more Moving Mad. And you know what, though? For me personally, I relate to what Danielle was saying. I completely understand what she's saying. At the end of the day, if she's someone that has come from a background similar to myself, where you grew up with lack of money or lack of funds, you know, you get to a point in your life where you will fight your hardest to make sure that you secure your own life in a financial way, so therefore you don't ever have to go backwards. Now, also on top of doing that, it makes sense for you to find a partner who can also accommodate that responsibility, because in reality, one of the worst things that could happen to someone like Holly, or as well as myself, is you end up being with someone that, you know, in the end, you end up having to support them so much that it makes you broke. You know what I mean? It's not really a great feeling to have, given the fact that you already got a past of being in a position where money was XYZ. And to be honest with you, in this world, there's a lot of people who fake it till they make it. There's a lot of people in this world that you meet them, and I think maybe this is something that maybe women go through more than men, where you can meet a man and he can portray himself to be this guy who's got all this money, but in reality he's just doing it just to win you over. And then by the time you win him over, you then find out that this man may just be in debt. You may find out that the whole thing was on loan. He didn't even have any money. He was just lying to get to you. And once he knows he secured your heart, he knows that there's a good chance, potential chance, that you're not going to walk away. And in that situation, that is something that can be very, very draining to any human being, because then you're like, I know I love this person, I know I fell in love with them, but do I really want to be in this position? And to be honest with you, some people make a slave for walking away. But the reality is this, though: if somebody has sold you a lie, you have every right to want to walk away, because at the end of the day, we all have a responsibility to look after those things that we see as triggering to ourselves, those things that we feel that will make us feel some type of way that is based on our past, if you dig what I'm saying. But hey, at the end of the day, for me personally, I definitely would not put her under the category of someone who's a gold digger or someone who's looking for a man, because she's more than happy to help him. You know what I mean? She's already tried to say to him, hey, why don't we work together, blah, 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 blah. But he keeps blocking her every single way. So it's not like she's looking for a free ride. Not at all. So massive respect to Holly on this one. But Wayne, he needs to do better. At the end of the day, it is quite sad that he's got this mentality that if he told her the truth, then she would have never committed to him. And if that's the case, well, then he should be like, you know what? I can't really commit to someone who's going to make me feel how he feels. But the problem with Wayne is that the way he feels is more based on his past rather than his present. And that clearly means that he needs to work hard on his past and not let that define how he's going to behave in a relationship with Holly. Otherwise, he's going to ruin something that potentially could be the best thing for him.
I trusted you with like everything by flying down here, and I put all my trust in you, like 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like, why don't you trust me back on the same level?
Look, I need to work on that. It's difficult.
Yeah.
The matter of fact is, Wayne's got to look at it in a very simple way. If he really does love Holly and he doesn't want to lose her, then he's going to have to learn quickly, and I mean like overnight type stuff, to be like, you know what? I trust you. You know what? You give me no reason to not trust you. And you know what? All of my insecurities haven't even been based on our relationship. They haven't even been based on you. They've been based on the past. And I have to allow bygones to be bygones, because if I still allow a past relationship to define how I behave towards you, to define how I treat you, well then who am I? Who am I? I am a broken man who is refusing to move forward, who's refusing to take some self-care and actually become a better person for you. Because the reality is this: if he treats her based on his previous ex, then that means he's definitely not a better person than what he was in his previous relationship. And it's very key for people to always put themselves in a position where if they meet someone new after being in a relationship that maybe wasn't the best for them, it's always crucial that you know that the version that you are now is better than the version that was before. It doesn't have to be dramatically better, but at least if you can look at the things that happened in the past that you did wrong, or some of the things in the past that you saw that was a bit of an issue because of your communication, or maybe even their communication, either way, you put those things into place for your new adventure with that new person. Because at the end of the day, if you don't do that, you're going to end up with the same result that happened before. And the crazy thing about it is that when you look back, you can no longer say, oh, it was his fault or her fault. You have to look back and be like, you know what? It was actually my fault, because if I didn't behave that way, then maybe that person would have never reacted the way they did. How we behave sometimes can determine how somebody treats us. You see what I'm saying? And that's something a lot of people neglect, because a lot of people just want to be in this mentality of blame, 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 blame. We can blame the other person all we like. But trust me when I tell you, when we sit here blaming the person that we were with, it never, and I mean ever, allows us to grow and become a better and definitely a stronger person for the next person. In every relationship, there is always something that we could have done better. Okay? Always something. And we got to find those things and then be like, okay, cool. Let me make sure that doesn't happen again in the next one. I know for myself, in my previous relationship, there were many things that were done that I wasn't happy with from my partner at the time. But also at the same time, I reflect and I'd be like, you know what though, but maybe if I did this, maybe her behavior would have been slightly different. I don't know, but maybe. But one thing that I do know is that I'm going to make sure that I implement these new things that I didn't do then, and hoping for a different result, a better result in the next one. Because if I continue with the same things, that maybe were the reason why she behaved the way she did, well then guess what? I may just end up with the same result, potentially. And that sucks. But hey man, you guys let me know exactly what you're thinking down below in the comment section. As always, your comments are always appreciated, always very crucial. And please do make sure you hit a like button, also subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the comments. Peace.